का है तू सभी तेरे खुदा मेरे तू बख्शिश कर तेरी है ज़मीं
बोल बेबी बोल 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 கக்கும் சிறு தாமரை பாதங்கள் நடைதான் வயில
Recently, what I've been to the most eco-friendly place was a spa in Malaysia. I think what was very nice about it because everything was handmade and made out of the wastage. So I think that what makes it very very eco-friendly. And they had solar system and they had rain harvesting facilities, everything. To me, the best tourist destination I would say is definitely Singapore. I say Singapore is because it's very friendly, it's easy to move around in the country. There are a lot of places where kids or the entire family can enjoy themselves. And most importantly, I feel it's one of the safest countries I've ever been to all over the world. Even at 2 in the night, you can just walk out on the streets and you don't have to worry about anything. Taxis are easily available. It's very, very well connected. There are buses, there are trains. So it makes it very easy. Like I don't need a man around. I can just take my children and move around Singapore all on my own. And even my kids are so comfortable that they know which place to go from where, by which bus or by which train. I think when we used to shoot in different kinds of places, those small tiny villages in Nainital or even in Ooty for that matter, or in Thekudi, everything is eco-friendly there. The way they make food, the way they cook, the kind of place they live in, the attached roof, and even the flooring is made of cow dung. They have water saving facilities. They know how to save water. They know how to keep the house cool. People who live in the rural areas, they're very clear as to how to accommodate themselves according to the changes of the weather conditions in our country. When you go more into the rural areas, it's so eco-friendly and you don't see wastage of even a single material. You name it and they use it for the house purpose or for business. We can have these and are switching off all over the world or using the trains and all that, but I think it has to come from every individual. I need to save the nature. What the world is facing right now, I think, is majorly water problem because we have been utilizing the maximum areas where there has been water, converting it into a land for our comforts, and the air pollution. There are so many cars on the streets. There's no place to park. There are no roads to drive, but yet everybody wants a car. And I think the buses which is run by the government all over India, they're in such a bad condition that it is definitely not environmental friendly. Yet we continue to use them because the commuters, they find it so difficult otherwise to move from one place to the other without these buses. So I think every individual of a country and even the government really has to think into it as to how save the nature and how to maintain the ozone level. Because every day you look into the newspaper and you say where's the maximum air pollution happening. So I think every one of us, every individual needs to work as to how to save the environment, whether it's saving the water, rain harvesting, switching off the lights when it's not in use, getting your cars and your bikes serviced at the right time, maximum try and use a bicycle, which is good for health, and all these issues. Take a step of flights. I think all these issues we need to work on. So I personally feel that every individual needs to look into it as to how to save the environment. I think should be long back I was shooting and I went to look in somewhere close to Ooty, and that entire place was so green. It was luscious green and it was such a beautiful place. When you go back to Ooty or Kodaikanal now, you see the amount of dirt that all these hill stations are completely filled with filth. That is what hurts because you feel that you say Queen of Nilgiris, Queen of Tamil Nadu, and you need to keep that clean. But unfortunately, it has become so polluted with dirt, with filth thrown all over. Even the places where you have dustbins, you have places where you need to dump your waste, people still dump it on the floor. And all the areas which are supposed to be tourist-friendly places, even those areas are so maintain in such a pathetic manner that it hurts you that this is not the place I was here sometime back. Love nature. That's the first. Until unless you don't love nature, you don't love the greens around you, I don't think you'll be able to preserve it. We all have our needs, we all have our necessities, we all talk about infrastructure that we need to move forward globally, but at the same time not the cost of cutting our nature. Because if you don't have nature, then probably you will be enjoying the present, but tomorrow it's going to be very, very difficult for us. So to preserve nature is first and foremost, and I think it should start at home. I do it at home. We have a home which has a rain harvesting system. We make sure that we do not waste water. You need to start, and like every corner in my room, in my house, you will see that there is some kind of greenery. Every citizen should be responsible towards preserving the nature, and that includes, it's not only greens, but you need to preserve water, you need to save electricity, you need to save the air pollution, you have to help others into how to educate others, tell people as to how you can control the ozone system, how you can control the noise pollution, and how you can definitely preserve water. I think all these things should start at home. The person has to love nature if they want to preserve the nature.